Do you need carbs to build muscle or to be lean? No, you don't. I'm 56, full natty, doing a ketogenic diet for over 16 years, and you don't need carbs. In fact, you need to be in ketosis. That's how you burn body fat. That includes a carnivore diet. So when you eat too much protein, that excess protein converts back into glucose and blunts and blocks your keto adaptation. Let's get into the subject of carbs versus ketones to build muscle. There's no comparison. I love a ketogenic diet, a well-formulated ketogenic diet, or a carnivore diet that drives ketosis because you build muscle, especially post-menopause. And how does this happen? Well, perhaps there are a couple of things we need to consider, like cholesterol. The amount of cholesterol that I take in every day is off the hizzy. And that helps make your reproductive hormones premenopause, postmenopause, because you need cholesterol as the substrate to make estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone. Since my ovaries aren't producing it, my adrenal glands are. And that's why we need cholesterol. Well, it's one of the many reasons why, because of course it works as an antioxidant. But in terms of building muscle, you need cholesterol. And you're going to get that on a high-fat, well-formulated ketogenic diet or high-fat ketogenic carnivore diet. Now, there are more reasons why being in ketosis builds better muscle over friggin' carbs. The next obvious reason is blood sugar control. On carbs, in nature, your body is not equipped to deal with this bolus amounts of insulin that's being secreted because you had a sandwich or a bowl of rice or sugars or ice cream or whatever that's high in either fructose or starches or sugars. Your body can handle about a bowl of spinach. It can work perfectly with the carbohydrates in spinach, which has oxalates, or broccoli. But once you start getting into processed carbohydrates over time, not intermittently here and there, if you have a strong gut and you're not exposed to false light and you're connected to a circadian rhythm and you haven't had a bunch of pokes in your shoulders when you're born and a bunch of stuff like that, heavy metal exposure. If you're born in a clean, fresh, fantastic environment and your mother ate clean, well, yeah, then having carbs here and there would be normal in nature. But because we are modern humans and we are no longer hunter-gatherers, we have a destroyed gut and we have low stomach acid and we don't follow a circadian rhythm. We stress out all the time. We eat garbage food. I know, and drink garbage water. And we lose the ability to balance our blood sugar and our hormones and insulin. So to recover from that garbage reality that we're born into, squeeze me, being ketogenic is sort of like a hack. It's like a biohack to regulate your blood sugar. When you get into ketosis, the blood sugar is stable. When you eat carbs, it's like, I don't like to touch receipts because it's estrogenic, but that was paper near me. Carbs burn really high and they burn really fast and then they burn out. Bodybuilders like to do high carb to drive their insulin, to have this bolus amounts of insulin to drive amino acids into the muscle cell. But then they develop a thing called advanced glycation end product on top of that, and they age real fast See, because carbs, you might be a person who's athletic that can clear out the glucose, but you cannot clear out the insulin, and that is caustic and damages cells as well as high blood sugar. I know. So what's the solution as a modern human? To drive ketosis. But you can't do it one week and then not the next week, and then you won't get into ketosis that way, because so many of you are so metabolically damaged. It takes a long time to get your homeostasis, regulatory systems ready to make the ketones, because y'all stressed out. Gluconeogenesis, histamine creates gluconeogenesis. Medications, pharmacological interventions can spike your blood sugar. I know, your thyroid meds, what a bunch of garbage. The whole thyroid meds is a scam unless it's been removed or radiated. If you got a thyroid, why are you taking that nastiness? When you take it, that's a whole nother video. When you take it, you're like, oh, I feel better at first. Then they keep titrating up the amounts, the dosages, and then they don't work. And then you try to go off and you feel terrible, and then you have to go back on because this atrophies. I know. Modern humanism. We destroy our gut. We are toxic. We do not connect to circadian rhythm. We're out of shape. We're depressed. We got a bunch of forever chemicals in our bodies, in our gut, our breast milk. We're very hormonally imbalanced. And eating carbs, for most of you, not everyone, can actually do the opposite. You lose muscle because your blood sugar is not stable. You're not driving amino acids into the muscle cell. Yeah, and you age. And you look like you age. I know. It's not just about working out. You have to sleep good at night so you can have a nice release of growth hormone and protect your adrenals and your ovaries and your gonads. There are so many things. But being in ketosis means that you can balance that insulin. And then you only need a little bit of insulin to build that muscle instead of barfing out a bunch of insulin that damages your cells over time. It gives you even energy. It allows your body to heal. And that's what the beautiful thing is about being in ketosis. It's fantastic to not be in chronic gluconeogenesis where your body's eating itself. Because it's hard to build muscle on carbs. When you don't eat on a timely manner, then your body starts to eat itself. So then everybody starts taking hormones, HRT and TRT and testosterone, because they can't build muscle, because they're touching things like this nastiness. I know. We're not hunter-gatherers anymore. We can try to mimic it, but you got to clean out the closet because it's messed up and dirty. It is junked up if you want to compare yourself to a hunter-gatherer. I know. Being in ketosis builds way far better musculature because you don't constantly break down muscle through gluconeogenesis. It's amazing. And then if you're eating high-quality food and detoxing on top of that, connecting to a circadian rhythm, wearing some copper. There are so many wonderful things that we can do to change our life, not just dietary changes. And the diet alone is not going to do the job. You have to change everything, including the diet. Then you build muscle as you get older or when you're young, because they say 60%, but I know it's more than that, percent of guys have low testosterone. That's why they go on the HRTs. Blood sugar all over the place, hypoglycemia, advanced glycation end product. They can't build muscle. I used to live in Hollywood. I live in Tennessee now. When I was in Hollywood, I'd be like, why are these young guys so flabby? They go to the gym every day. They can't build muscle, can't get lean. They look bulky, but they don't look lean. And the muscles are like crying. They're like, oh, I'm trying. These people would be in their 20s. It's the unspoken. Yeah. definitely being in ketosis, and I think I need to talk about it more because I used to talk about it all the time. And then I started going down the health route. But I really need to talk about the benefits, the anti-aging benefits of being in ketosis. Most of you who follow me know that I'm 56, and it's around the corner for me to be 57. And then in 3 years, I'm going to be 60. I don't got time to age. I'm sorry. But I love learning. It's an amazing, to just beat the traditional modern human of aging is absolutely fantastic. And then you get all the wisdom from being on the planet all those years. You can't lose. Like, your inside is young and outside. And then your mental mind has been around for decades. Yeah, it's awesome. Comment below. Have you gotten into ketosis? Are you using a glucometer? Are you eating high fat? Are you detoxifying? Are you turning off your TV? It's very, very hypnotic. Messes with the old woohoo. I know. Connect with nature. You'll be shocked that you open the door to a whole new reality. Comment below. Share this content so people can find me. I'm not going to jerk your chain, talk BS to you. Life can be hard. Getting into ketosis can be difficult. But once you get there, honey child, words cannot describe. You can follow me on Instagram at Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business, as in the body business person. You can book a consultation through stephanieperson.com. I've done this a long time, and lots of people. In fact, I do shorts now, a lot of shorts, 1-minute shorts. These people are freaking out. They find me for the first time, and I get this very infantile, "You're wrong. You're wrong. You're just wrong." And I was like, what are they saying I'm wrong about? And it's the electrolyte video. What? They can't stand when I'm saying that you become dehydrated on doing carnivore diets. You can get everything through the meat. It's like, dang, y'all sound like vegans, but I digress. I'm working on the challenge. In fact, after this video, I'm going to edit it and then work on the challenge. And I run a course where I cover all 3 diets because I've learned very much that people cannot just do carnivore or keto, which is what I do. So some people have to do low carb, high fat until they fix that gallbladder and that dysglycemia. And I'm out. Peace.